Always comes in threes, huh? You think that's a coincidence?
It always comes in threes. In this case, Season 3, Episode 4, Episode 5, and Episode 6. The mid-Season 3 trifecta of violence. Let's dive right in so you can see what I mean.
Well, maybe you could. Listen, I told you I would discharge him, and I will in my own good time.
Go on, go on.
Richard, look, I'm going into the garage. I'm gonna lose you. I'll see you later.
Dr. Melfi gets raped in the parking garage of her office building, and she's so terrified that she even considers telling Tony about it, though she holds back in the final moment. It's also kind of ironic, because back in Season 1, Dr. Melfi tells Tony,
The judicial system has gotten much better in dealing with sexual predators.
Oh, yeah.
this is when they were talking about Coach Hauser. Meanwhile, a couple seasons later, how do they deal with Rossi?
Hello? Did they let him go?
Somebody misplaced the evidence kit for,
Don't know what you people did, but I can identify him.
Not so well.
You want to say something?
I called David. I said, why? Why would you hurt her? No.
Janice also gets a little bit roughed up this episode, though you could argue that she deserved it.
Frick.
And Ralph had to make a stop on the way home.
In the breadbasket. Good kid. Introduce him to his desk.
Another toothpick.
what the hell kind of way is that to talk about a sick person?
In another toothpick, Mustang Sally beats Vito Spatafore's brother into a coma for innocently talking to a girl and actually telling her that she should go back with Mustang Sally.
How's he doing?
I talked to him before. I think he squeezed my hand, but...
Don't call me anymore. Come on, can't you just do me this favor, please?
Look, why don't you just go with them?
Come on, can't you just take me?
And then there's the Terminator, Bobby Bacala Sr.
As a devout Catholic.
He has a terrible cough from lung cancer and emphysema that he's gotten from years of smoking cigarettes. In Junior's own words, he smoked Camels since he was in short pants. And Tony decides to have the Terminator do the hit on Mustang Sally to get back at him for putting Vito's brother into a coma. And this proves to be a very bloody affair as well, which leads to even more blood when the Terminator crashes on his way home. Oh, did I mention that Junior gets diagnosed with cancer in this episode too?
I have cancer.
Yeah, what?
Cancer. The big casino.
When Meadow walks into the basement with her laundry, it reminds me of the scene when Dr. Melfi's walking into her parking garage.
Well, maybe you could. Listen, I told you I would discharge him.
Go on, go on. Come on, leave me breathless.
Richard, look, I'm going into the garage.
I don't know if that was intentional, but I couldn't help but think of the scene. If it weren't for the fact that it was their house, I would have been worried that she was about to get attacked too.
Motherfucker!
We even see a particularly aggressive side of Junior after he learns of the Terminator's fate. In University, we see another one of the most graphic scenes in the show with the murder of Tracy, a dancer at the Bing who's just about Meadow's age.
You needed to see what an absolute despicable person this was in order to understand these are the guys you're rooting for.
She considers Tony the only person she can talk to, if that gives you any indication the support system she has.
I know you said we can't be friends, but there's no one else I can talk to.
It reminds me of what Meadow was doing in the prior scene with Carmela. Sort of just opening up to her about Noah.
He acts like he doesn't give a shit.
Do you ever think he's not acting?
Noah's great, but he can be odd, you know. It's like 1 minute he's all affectionate, and then the next he's like a totally different person.
What, working for you?
Oh, go ahead. Keep it up.
Give me a break. In 2 seconds, I could get a job at any other...
Silvio Dante was also pretty rough this episode, more so than usual. She did owe him $3,000, but it was still a side of Sil that we don't normally see. And this is illustrated for us in this powerful transition where we have Ralph laughing at Sil dragging Tracy into the car, and then we instantly transition into the group of them laughing at the dinner table.
Now get in the car.
The worlds are so close, yet so far.
Look at you now.
There are also some other things that, while they may not be life and death or related to serious crimes, they're pretty shitty. Let's just say Noah's lucky I didn't punch his fucking lights out after what he pulled with Meadow at the library. I mean, even Georgie seems a little more aggressive this episode.
It's $50 to me, plus a blowjob.
David Chase has mentioned different audience groups, one of which wanted less yakking, more whacking. And I think that group would be pleased with this trifecta of episodes.
Oh, you want ice?
No. Let the water run, though. Make sure it's cold.
When talking about this issue of violence, both Robin Green and Terrence Winter say they didn't add violence or make things particularly gruesome just to up the gore factor.
I don't think any of us ever were gratuitous with violence. I don't think we ever said, oh, we got to show this gore.
The most horrible shit you can think of. It's like you're saying to God, see? You don't fool me, asshole. I know what you're planning.
It's like you're saying to David Chase, see, you don't fool me, asshole. I know what you're planning. You may say, well, it's The Sopranos. Isn't every episode violent? If we think about the 3 episodes following these, season 3, episodes 7, 8, and 9.
We gotta bring one into the club.
Almost time for turkey sandwiches.
Spy was found at a crime scene. My pizza never hurt nobody.
Other than Gigi dying on the toilet and he is risen, there's no more bloodshed or loss until Pine Barrens. And even then, it's with that guy who killed 16 Czechoslovakians, you know, the interior decorator. And we don't even know what actually happened to him. It wasn't actually until the following episode, season 3, episode 12, where the whacking picked up again.
Victory has 100 fathers, but defeat is an orphan.
So a lot of violence really was packed into these 3 season 3 episodes.
The whole point is you want to surprise people and give them feelings that maybe are uncomfortable and have them learn to deal with them. That, my friend, is life.
Thanks for watching. What do you think about these episodes, either individually or as a group?